Well, folks, here we are today at East Brisbane, and we're going to have a look at a gold mine from the 1930s here at East Brisbane. Can you believe that? You better believe it. I'm going to show it to you. Anyway, just walking up the hill here past this beautiful dry stone tooth wall, and let's have a look at it. Beautiful Addison Church, folks. The Juhigan Addison, what a team.
Here we go, folks. If you dig the vibe, like and subscribe. Let's rock. Well, folks, we've just come out of Brisbane. You've seen how close we are to Wollongabba. That's Sinclair Street down there, named after Duncan Sinclair, one of the original landowners here. And that particular excavation there is where the gold mine was. That was when they were building a house, which you'll see later on. And here's a cutting through here. Some beautiful old Queensland homes there. Some of Brisbane's finest original colonial homes are there, and they're still there. That block of high-rise you can see off to the right there, that's the site of Duncan Sinclair's original home. And it was called Farney No. Fairy No. Farney No. Fairy No. Anyway, let's have a look at the geology. Well, folks, here we are just on top of, you can see Sinclair Street coming up there in a minute. The purple is, of course, the Narrowleaf Fernvale group, shales, schists, etc. The green is Brisbane Tuff, and it's right on this hill. So there's been some volcanism here on top of these shales. The yellow is alluvium from various rivers and creeks. And I'll put a little ring around where that gold mine was, because it might help you a little bit more when we start actually walking the place, which we are going to do. Well, folks, here's a pretty cool map from the 1890s of the area. That Grissom Street was called Graham Street in those days, and that's where our gold mines was there on 59 and 10, lots 59 and lot 10. Here it is from about, or just the turn of the century. This is before the gold mine was there. You see that's been called Gresham Street. It's still Sinclair Street, Sinclair Hill. If you own it, you get to name it. And this is an actual from a book about gold mines, gold found here. And there it is. There's the locations of where the mines were. So the government geologist of the day, which is this bloke here, Fred Whitehouse, from the Ipswich White Houses, as in the White House Studios, and the White House Cafe was up there. And they found this stuff. And not much of it, obviously, but, how? There's always got to be that dig here moment. Well, you guessed it. They had a diviner come in and find it for them. Yeah, could look at the rocks. They look pretty goldy to me, but anyway. So, they got a diviner, and there wasn't enough gold to make it payable, and that was it. But they found gold.
Beautiful Addison Church, folks. The Juhigan Addison, what a team. This is Sinclair Street. And if you look at the structure over here, we're going to go and have a look at this and smack it with a hammer. There's some stuff going on here. Let's go and have a look. Now this mineralisation in here, this dark iron staining, is enough to bring up the blood of any gold miner. But that is tuff. That's not shale. So that's a vein of tuff in the shale, inclined at about 40 degrees. Some interesting structures here, actually. Now, I'd heard there was metamorphics over here, and there it is. There's the shale, nice big quartz vein in it there, and that's what the guys around the corner were mining into. That stuff there. Now, I'm not completely convinced this isn't rhyolite. This isn't a rhyolitic dike that's come up through the shale, because that is really iron rich. Let's get a piece of it. There it is there. Tell you what, that ain't no shale. That looks like rhyolite to me. A lot of it there too. That was about a metre. And then we're definitely back into the shales there. So we're just going a little tap at this. See how hard that is? Listen to it. It rings like a bell. Now that, by the way, is mineralised quartz. Right there. Gold miners dream of stuff like that. Listen to that. That's extremely hard. Now listen to this. Nothing. It's just shut. That to me looks like rhyolite with quartz veining in it. This is on the strip. I like it. And this is why you don't plant trees on rocks. Trees are great, absolutely great for stabilising soils and sand. But as far as rocks goes, they're absolutely dead. You can see what that thing's done, but that's amazing. There's some more of this stuff, folks. Again, see the difference? That is not stained quartz. That's a very hard piece of something. It looks like a rhyolitic intrusion to me, which is probably where the quartz came from as well. So, where were the gold mines? Well, there were two of them. There was one on that corner there. That's Gresham Street and Sinclair Street. And there was one here. And my one regret was that he built this house a few years ago. Had I come here then while they were digging the foundations, could have had a good rattle around. But anyway, that's life. They're private properties, respect them. There's nothing to see. You watch this video, you're going to see more than you see if you come here anyway, so it should be fun. Now this is the side of one of the gold mines, but there's a house being built on it now, and as you can see in the rock here, there is a heap of quartz, and it's all very heavily mineralised. These guys knew what they were doing. So in 1925, a couple of local lads who had been miners went looking for this stuff, and they found it, by whatever means. This place called Fairy No was actually a house. This is Mr. Duncan Sinclair, one of the original owners, and he had two subdevelopments he sold up there, and they're all still there today. This is what it looked like in the, I'd say 1920s, about the time this mine was run down. This is a little later, the 1950s. You can see the churches there and all those fine houses, and they just love palm trees. I don't know why. Well folks, here we are at Wilhelmina Park, East Brisbane, just over the road from that Addison church and just around the corner from the gold mine. And behind me there's that open wall full of amazing geology. You should come and check it out. It's pretty safe. Footpath and all. So anyway, I've really enjoyed this. It's going to be a short video. If you dig the vibe, like and subscribe. And don't forget, keep rocking. T-Rock's out.